Oh, it's the bot name. It's random. Like it's the developer just decided it was going to be called Power. But actually, we could change the name if we want. Like if we want to add him another name, we can do it. But I think we should start with intentions and distractions. Yeah, my intentions for the call is go through the topics of the agenda, especially like the last one, like the YouTube descriptions. There are some of them that are already done by some of the stewards, but some of them are not. So I think it would be interesting to have them all if we can do it today, and if not, maybe we should do a hack sesh in another moment. I don't have any distraction. I'll pass it to you, Edu.
Intention for this call is to see how can I help the transparency working group, since I have less work on at outreach also. To see how you guys are doing also, and see is there any updates on your group. And then distractions, I'm editing some photos, so yeah, that will be my only distraction for the moment. What about you, Ivy?
Thanks, Eduardo. My intention is mainly to talk about the YouTube description with you, Zeb. And I'm happy that you put it there in the agenda. And distraction is the heat here in my room. It's really hot. And also the tweet. I haven't drafted the tweet yet for the extension of the run of vote. So those are my distractions. And I pass it to you, Juan.
Thanks, Ivy. Well, my intention is to sync with you guys to start the week, my week in the TDC, and yeah, collaborate with what I can. My distraction is also that I am reading some news, but nothing really big. So I think we are all.
Yeah, awesome. Actually, like I added on the agenda like the bot because I really wanted to feel like if it's easy for everyone, like what's the feeling on the community? Like for example, yeah, with the bot. And what about you, Ivy? Do you feel like editing the videos and everything to upload it to YouTube it's easier? It takes more time. Yeah, just around on the feelings. I'll pass it to Juan.
I haven't been able to see where does the recordings appear, in which channel.
Oh, it's Bye created a channel that the name is recordings or recorded. Recordings. Because like on last call, we all decided that only people with praise powers can also record. So the only solution we find with Bye is like adding new channel, and on this channel, people with price powers can get in and call the bot. The bot is not working on other rooms, only there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for the community, they don't notice the difference unless there is bring to attention. Like, for example, if it takes more time for Ivy to edit the videos, or if it add another step to the YouTube uploading process, then but that only gets to know by you guys. So the community, I think it's pretty much. I mean, I really like the idea that that we can manually sort of do it without relying on you having to attend every call if it is needed. So I think that's the best thing we can do, because yeah, that's my feedback on that.
On my side, Zep, I think there's one time that Kawa stopped recording. So I feel like we still have to back up the calls. Like right now, I'm also recording it using OBS because yes, it is the second time. The first time I did it was was on the legal call, and it stopped recording and had a backup. So yeah, I was gonna ask you also if you still back up all the videos because I was checking our YouTube channel and the recent calls that we had are screen recordings and not voice recordings. So I wanted to ask if there are challenges for you that we can support because because if it's you're still uploading the same screen recordings and you might need help with more recordings aside from Pawa.
Yeah, I actually feel like what Ed was saying, like we can just still, if we're on the call, we can just record it because it's faster, and it's also the video in there. But for example, if I don't want to join, I don't know, some calls or you or someone, Pago does the job for us. But the thing, it's like, sometimes it stops, like especially when there is a hack sesh or when, if we get silent for like 2 minutes, then Pago just leaves. And that's an issue.
But then there is no way to modify it or to change the code so it stays or he whatever sex Paula has, but that it stays for a fixed amount of time.
I mean, it's open source, but we need a dev to do that stuff.
Oh.
And the language on what is built is very weird. Like someone was telling me, it's a language, for example, he doesn't know, and it's a very old language.
Oh.
So that's why last legal call when you were hacking on the document and you were silent. Is that the reason why Pawa stopped recording? Oh, okay.
Why don't we do an open call for people in the community to see if someone knows this code so they can edit it, so we can open an issue piece to just like tweak it to this little feedback. Since we already have it, I think it's just a matter of okay, how can we improve it? And in order to improve, we need probably people to know how to code it. So it's just like two things specifically that we require. For example, time, no limited time, and if it stops at it immediately restart again, like a auto kind of thing. So we can just ask for these two functions or any other function that you think is reliable and just post it on the community and see if someone knows how to do it.
Yeah, I think that's a nice feedback. But how should we add the issue? Like we add it on, we create, let's say, a bot issue, and we add the label of transparency. But then how? Maybe on the community card you say like we promote this issue.
Yeah, we can ask also to any, for example, the Swarm call, just to ask them if they know anyone. It's just a question of simplicity. We just need to know what the code is, what language it is, and just ask them like, hey, 5 minutes. I added to the agenda of harams or any of these calls, Swarms calls, since they are coders. So it's like, hey, we have this question added to the agenda. Can you just refer to us if you know anyone? That's it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Or maybe we can also announce it in the community call. Do you think it's possible?
Yeah, I think we can do both things. Add it on the, like for example today on, like especially on Common Swarm, it's pretty easy because like we start the call like saying agenda topics, and I could ask about it. And it's today, so it's good. Okay, the next topic is like the document we were working on. It's the same. I didn't keep working on that document, and I was talking with Libby, and she told me like it would be nice if we do a hack sesh, we polish it, and then we post it on the Gitbook because she thinks that's a good work. And there, and since you're here, Juan, I was thinking you were thinking something similar for the gravitons. Would it be worth to have it on the same place with this document, or do you prefer have something separated on the Gitbook?
I think it can be the same. Yeah, because it's only two documents that gravitons manage, that like certain gravitons manage and are the registry and the answers of the type form. So yeah, and I think there are 3 people who has access to those documents.
Maybe, and it's just a maybe, but what I think that be cool, like we have these columns on this document. You have like gravitons, and then you add everyone that's graviton, but then in parentheses you say this graviton have a type for, let's say you put a T and the registry an R, and if this graviton have both, you put T and R, and if this graviton have nothing, you put nothing, but you still mark an X for a graviton, something like that. But it's just an idea to make it easy and fast. Okay. Sorry.
Where is the link to the document? I will search for it, to the digital security documentation.
Okay. I think I sent it to you privately, but it's also on transparency. But let me see.
I have it.
Where's transparency? Did you find it? YouTube description. Oh, I got it. Let me react to it. Wait, how do I do that? Okay, I just tagged you there, so it links to the document.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, since you here, Edu, I think we could, since we have a lot of time still, maybe we could edit the Hatchers outreach audit. What do you think?
There is a point that it's also interesting for us, which is the process and working the framework for closing the working group and what document will be after that happen, like a leftover kind of documentation, not a leftover, it's not a leftover, but like the same way we have a manifesto at the beginning to have a closing manifesto, to say so. So it will be a more textual probably version than the audit. Like the audit is that there, which is data, but I would like to use the audit as a reference. So yeah.
Yeah, but saying that, I think it makes more sense to especially remove from the audit the financial part. You can remove it, but then make these points doesn't count. And then your score it's going to be even higher, and it's going to be more representative.
I have it here open. The thing is that I know nothing about Excel, so if I take down the Excel columns regarding the budget thing, do I have to do something else, or I just take that away?
Well, yeah, you just take that away. But why don't you share your screen?
Because my computer is really slow.
No worries.
I can share. I mean, I'm barely able to open the Excel, so.
Yeah, just if you remove that part, then it's fine.
Okay, and where shall we note it, the reasoning of the division?
Yeah, you just type in the comment like what you just said about the offboarding process for the Hatchers outreach, and then you say that's why you remove the financial state on the financial part on the audit, and yeah, you just post it in there, and then it would be super cool.
Sure.
Thanks, Edu.
You're welcome.
Okay, and keeping with the same thing, one of the points it was raised on a retrospective, like make the audit like a bigger event, like because there is not too much engagement, but I have no clue how to do that. Like maybe around if you have some ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest that, for example, in comms, like right now, I understand that these audits are done by the stewards or like in a call with a steward. so on. But because it was the first times, but then for the second round during the hatch or post hatch or whenever you decided to do it again, I think it will be nice to probably have 30 minutes or more of the normal weekly sync of the working group, or maybe people who want to stay after the call of that working group, depends on the working group, of course. So it is a consensus in between everyone. So it's not the steward who holds the so it could be an exercise that everyone knows will happen once a month, once every 2 months, whatever rhythm you want. But that it is included in that agenda every month, every period of time that you want. So in that way, it doesn't become a steward sole point of view, but it becomes like a consensus from the working group. In some will be harder, but in others will be really fast. So I think it's a nice, it's an Excel sheet, so it's really easy to just go one by one and tell the people, hey, this is if you don't find consensus, just comment on the Excel sheets, and we can keep moving forward. But just to probably touch bases first.
That's an awesome idea. Thank you, Edu. Anyone else have some other ideas?
I just want to say that I love Eduardo's idea because it's we can engage people with that. And one thing that I think of is like announce or promote on Twitter that, hey, do you know that TEC has a transparency audit? Just so everyone knows that we're doing it. Because I think we're the first DAO to do it, so it's nice to to brag a little about it, and then the community can also will also know that there is this audit for section in our forum, and then they can see the results, because maybe they don't know that they can check the results there. So maybe it's good to make just one announcement in the Discord or in Twitter that we have a transparency audit going on, and they can check the results in the forum.
I also think it would be nice to add every audit from every working group to their own manifesto, and to sort of like to their posts that explains what they do. So when people arrive to a working group, and then we always send them to the manifestos, they can also see the things that sort of like the temperature check that gives the audit.
Yeah, I think some working groups are doing it. Like, for instance, SoftCode, I know they have the audit link on the agenda, and I think that's a great idea. Like to make consensus with all the working groups. And we were also thinking, like the audit, the questions of the audit can also evolve. For instance, with the power thing, it would be nice, like get the working group, like having the recordings. It's something like the working group should be more worried about, and if they have it, all of them, then one idea to promote it is adding on the audit, and like when you say, oh yes, I have them all and they are here, so it's very easy to show the work, and it also promotes people to get engaged. And I just read a thing that Juan posted some days ago, or maybe a long time ago, talking about the recordings, and that's awesome. Thank you, Juan.
Quick change, Septimus. When I delete the financial statement, I have, for example, before deletion, 82%. If I delete it, it takes away the values.
Yeah, the idea is to remove from the formula as well, so your score should get higher instead of lower.
And how do I delete it from the formula?
I can fix that, Eduardo. I just need the link.
Thank you. I know Tam told me to take a course of Excel, and I will do it. In the meantime.
Okay, so I think we should Oh,
I,
go
I,
ahead.
I was also thinking that maybe we could, as we are making now, like for the debates, like we are making a pamphlet. Like maybe we can have like infographic of the audits, not only the one, like we can take the ones that we already did and show like, okay, this is the audit, and you can just read it in one page of all the working groups, and maybe we can think of that, of a process that we can do to keep like promoting engagement with the audits. You're muted.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea, Juan. And I think we could use this for make like they, like here is the data, but like the idea was see how the working groups are evolving. For example, transparency is yellow, but if then it's green, it shows improvement. But if we do infographics, I think that would be even more accurate because you see the percentage, and that'd be super cool.
Yeah, it's the idea of making information more easily accessible to people, so that they don't have to like go through everyone clicking, and you're just like going through one place, and they know, okay, the overall transparency of the TEC and of each working group has like this highlight. So yeah, it's just an idea, and we have like a lot of people who can like jump on that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And another, well, it's not in the agenda, but another topic I was thinking, it would be very cool if transparency does it, because at this moment it's not that much of a thing. Like internal communications, like comms is getting carried like the external communications to the people from outside, but I feel sometimes the internal communication is lacking something. So yeah, go ahead, Edu.
I wanted to comment something on that. I was going to also bring this to comms. We on Saturday after the praise quant, Friday. We did this process of we made a list from the DC grade to then send to the people who has given subcommits and pay their membership dues and everything, a message for them to vote on the proposals. Out of the 20 messages I have sent, 15 people haven't voted. So clearly in our bubble of sending out messages that we have params open and so on, people are not receiving that information. So we are missing on that end. There's people who like even Septim asked me like what part of the votes, and which is fine, like he has a lot of stuff, probably she got confused, doesn't matter. But even people who like Marilyn and so on, people who are distant or closer to the community, doesn't matter, but they do not were aware. So I think there's this, or we had the example of YGG, for example, he hadn't paid his membership dues because he had forgotten. Simply enough, and it's YGG, like come on. So we are missing some internal communication, and I do not know how to fix it besides sending manually messages, but that could be overwhelming after a month of doing so. So I do not know how to solve it, but you are right, Septimus. I knew we were missing out this just because we were not sending messages to people, letting them know that the votes are on. I haven't received any mail saying votes are on for params and the proposals and so on. But then not only that, but the fact that now that I have the proof that people doesn't know, at least with the 20 people, I will keep sending messages today, so I will figure it out more. But that says we are failing at some level in the sense of internal communication.
Yeah, totally agree. I was thinking a smaller role, like like sending the communications we see and having something like in the Stewards channel, something like that, and then each steward should carry on for example, if it's about voting and maybe it's params or comms or, but this, what you just see, it'd be nice, like everyone knows it, right? And yeah, that's the idea I have. But that'd be a thing like post-hatch. Because right now...
The thing now is that's something I do not like. I do not want to underestimate the fact that we are thinking so much about post-hatch right now, and I think there are some key parts of pre-hatch that we should not forget about, and that we should like really pay attention, like the voting and so on, because then for me it's about we will then giving a community a set of proposals or a set of parameters that they didn't know anything about. They just didn't know, and if the percentage of the people who doesn't know are way higher than the percentage of people who actually vote, we will have troubles. So
yeah, and it's very scary. Like I don't want to go against any proposal, but there's one proposal where like the 50% gets to the builders, and it's a lot on a minimum goal, and it's winning. It's because people just think, oh, these people are cool, they deserve that, right? But it's crazy. Like if you are a baker, would you put money in? I don't know, but it's winning, right? And I feel like the communications. I mean, yeah, community has to vote whatever they want to decide, and that's fine. But it's scary, at least to me.
Now it's in second place.
Awesome.
what is your take on this thing of the internal communication awareness of processes? It's more of a everyone being aware of the processes that the community is going through, not only a sector of the community.
No, I think that we have been very transparent, and I feel that we can continue engaging people to all our projects and to all our processes. But also, I think that information of each working group is getting more complex. So it's so difficult to keep track of each working group. So yeah, I am thinking that maybe we can make like a summary. Like we have the like a lot of blog posts, and in the community calls we show the work, but it would be good to work in a yeah, I think I am thinking of like an infographic thing where we can like inform people even outside to the community so that they can like keep track of everything.
Yeah, there is. Sorry to interrupt you. There is this thing where transparency doesn't mean access to information, and I think we are very transparent, but we are not guaranteed that people who will be stakeholders on the hatch have access to the information that will affect them. So these two things are very key for me. Like, yes, we are transparent. Yes, we share everything, but it doesn't mean we're making an effort on letting people know these changes. So being transparent, it doesn't mean anything if these people are not aware of this transparency. So this is about that in my comment on that section.
Which information referring to, Eduardo? Sorry, I was working on the Excel and I missed that. Access to which information were you referring to?
Access to this process of the params, just the idea that people are not aware that they can vote. I mean, we have the parties, and that's amazing. Like it's good, but if we have the same people always in the parties, that shows clearly that we are transparent, but we are not having access to information for the rest of the community. So what's the point of the parties if other people if it's always the same people? So it's access to this information, not necessarily access in the sense that people doesn't have access. It's access that we are facilitating people to access the information, basically.
So we are promoting this events and the new posts in the forum and Medium on Twitter. So do you think it would help if we also share these tweets in the general channel? So people will be more aware and we can also put the link there to this Medium post or in the forum post, so they can get all the information that they need.
I don't have the answer to this. Sorry, then. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, but I think Edu is trying to say, like, there are people who is putting money in, but they are not, they are not deeply into the TC. They just care about the project because it's cool. But, they are not watching the Medium. They are the Twitter, they're following a bunch of people and maybe get lost. Like, these people who, reach to them and make some internal communications with them, not like posting it on, like on the general chat, or just make sure like they know it.
Oh, okay. So it's like, okay, I understand now. So it's like a more one-on-one session, but I don't think there would be time for that. Or maybe we can have a big event, like to invite these people.
Yeah, I think
Aside from the regular debate sessions, like like in the Philippines, we have this final campaign, before the election in the government. So everybody, all the candidates will join this debate. It's like the final debate before I don't know, and then we can invite people to join that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just have one big event to invite this big people.
yeah, that, for example, I really don't have the answer for this. I think we have very little time to sort of create something new to do this. That's why we are doing manually this, Griff, Tam, and I, to just reach back to people that we onboarded, to just say, hey, we onboarded you, but now you can also do something that before you couldn't, which is voting. So go and vote. But the thing is that we can do it now. But when the next voting comes, we will have to do the same again. So or when the new change that needs to be voted in after hatch or pre-hatch or during the hatch, it doesn't matter. Like, how do we tackle this, and how we assure that we have always a higher level of understanding, that because we are the same 10 people in all the calls doesn't mean that the community is aware of the things that these 10 people are talking to. So it's like having this overview sense of, oh, we are making a decision. We need to make sure that the community is aware that they can vote or take a decision or be informed. So it's that next kind of step.
Yeah, actually, I think Craig is already working on the HubSpot, and I think once it's done, it will be a very big help in the distribution of this email. So yeah, everybody can get a individual email when we have this another process in the future. So yeah, I think the HubSpot can help with that.
Yeah, I think that's a great solution. Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Abby, for solving the Excel sheet I just checked.
You're welcome.
But as the voting has been extended for the 1st of June, we can plan like a big voting session for this community call.
Yeah, I think the next community call, the one on Thursday, should have, like, rather than having a presentation or a highlight, I don't know if this has happened already, but I will do a presentation of the 4 proposals and let people know, hey, this is what you can vote.
Yeah. Okay. We still have 30 minutes, and it would be super helpful if we all jump on this document. It's on the transparency chat. For example, there are some working groups that are already done. For example, Harches or Reach is done by Tam. Community Stewards, it's done too. Transparency, it's done. But there are some working groups, like there is a bunch of information, like Gravity, Legal, Comms, Params, Omega. I think Omega is fine. And Softcop. And it would be super cool if, since we are 4 of us in here, we get that done, or at least advance on this. Yeah, I don't know if you're willing to hack on this, guys, or.
Can we mark which working groups are already finished here so we just know which ones to edit?
Okay, I will. Who have the yellow thing? They are done. Okay. Like, done.
Yeah, it's basically comms, gravity, and the ones who needs to be a little bit summarized. Comms
Yeah.
is way too big. Way.
Yeah. This. I mean, you put that on the description, and people will say, "What is this?"
Yeah, I will rather like I will take more time for me to read the comms description than the video. Kidding.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can hack on that.
Okay. I think it would make sense, for example, if one takes gravity, and yeah, we
can
split
take-
the others. No, you
I
want.
can take legal.
Okay. Okay. And do you have any preference from software, params, or comms, Edu?
I will take comms since I work there.
Okay, I'll take software and maybe params. Maybe if we start to get silent, Pao is going to left.
We
But
have to keep-
no, it's fine.
We
You are
have to
also.
keep talking.
Does Groovybot work?
Oh, I don't know, but the thing with GroovyBot, then when you upload them on YouTube, then it's YouTube to saying, "Hey, you remove this."
Okay.
No, because you can have GroovyBot muted on your channel, Damian. So, but the rest of us can have it. So the recording on your side won't register it, but on our side we will.
Yeah, but the thing, Paua, it's not me, it's Paua, right?
Oh, true, sorry.
Okay.
By the way, Juan, since I have you here, have you checked your?
Have I checked my what? My what?
Telegram message?
Gracias, Edu. Ya le recuerdo.
Oh, Pau is still here. That's amazing.
The other thing that I will add to all these descriptions is the timing of their meetings, the link to maybe the forum description or the Telegram handles of the stewards, or just letting know which is the steward's name, just the first name, just to know who they address. Because if someone picks attention on a transparency call, they're like, okay, but who do I talk to here?
Yeah.
So and also when this call happens. So it will be nice to just put the dates of the calls below every description, so we have the same unified ending to everyone.
That's awesome. I'm good to CET schedules because it's easy for me, but the other ones I don't know much. But I think we work with PST and CET, right?
I think Juan can help us on that, since you are in the other continent side of the world.
You know, I have been unable to update the description in the calendar. I have done it like 3 times, and I don't know why it doesn't change.
That tends to happen. There is two things. First, there is a question that it asks you if you want to modify for the further ones. That's that option. Sometimes it gets blocked because it needs to be changed by the person who created. It's a bug on calendar. It's not your fault. And the other option is just to create another one. Delete that one and create another one with the correct, because it gets bugged and it doesn't allow you to modify it.
Okay.
Community stewards should be dumb, right? I guess. Okay. I put the stewards and the dates on all the. Oh, Omega is left.
I moved them. I think it's do you want to put the steward's name first rather than the schedule of the call? Because I think
Oh, yeah. What you think is better? I'm just
I think-
pasting I'm pasting the information, and you guys are better than me on what's better at the beginning and what's better at the end. I just pasted here. 2 weeks. Wednesdays.
are we putting the Telegram handle or the names?
Sorry?
Are we putting the Telegram handles or the names of the person, the name of the people?
I would, yeah, I think we use more Discord than Telegram now. So I feel it would make more sense if you want to put the tag, the Discord tag, right? Because I feel like Telegram is getting every time used less.
Yeah. Or we can put the name and then in the parentheses like the Discord username. So they use it before. I can update this one.
Okay. Fantastic power still in here. He's a real hero.
Hey Zep, you still have to teach me how to upload it on YouTube. We haven't had the session yet.
Oh, yeah, we can do this week. Look the power name, Zeptimus. A better safety.
No.
No. Okay, guys, we are like 5 minutes early, and that's the idea on the TC calls, like in 5 minutes early. I think we did an amazing job, and it's almost all done. And me and Ivy, if needed, we're doing last week's. But yeah, it was awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Let's save this.